Good people from the internet. Today, here in the channels Tapa Olho Azul and Super Acadêmico, in our weekly English video, I'm going to comment the books, the series of books written by Isaac Asimov, called Foundation, the Foundation saga, Foundation series, whatever. I just read part of this series, these books, in a form of audiobooks. I heard, and I thought it was interesting to make some comments about the story because it's good science fiction. Isaac Asimov is a reference in science fiction for all of us who likes science fiction. And I also thought that was interesting to make some approximations with our history, our world. Uh, well, that's what science fiction does. Makes approximations and relations with our reality, and also some detected some relations between the current science fiction and space fantasy with this the stories references. And well, first of all, before I begin really discussing the book, the series of books, the story, I I'd like to ask you if you like to subscribe to our channels. Our channels need your subscription to keep growing. And Super Acadêmico is a scholar, basically, a scholar channel that is growing, as we have more than 1,000 subscribers, but we need more, of course. And Tapolha Azul is a entertainment channel owned by my, my son that's also growing. It has seven 700 something subscribers. So we need more to keep growing and producing context for you people from the internet all over the world. So going to the subject. Foundation is the story of a man. It starts with one man, a man called Harry Seldon, and he develops a strange kind of a science called psychohistory. Psychohistory, which is a mix of mathematics, sociology, and psychology, and which with this strange science he is able to calculate future events in the galaxy. There's a whole galaxy that is filled with people, with human beings are there, uh, the inhabitants of the galaxy, a whole galaxy, and with this science, he that which he lives in an empire, galactic empire. By the way, I think George Lucas took the name Galactic Empire from this book, which is great because George Lucas is a known reader and researcher of science fiction. So probably he read Foundation and all the Isaac Asimov work. And in this galactic empire, there is the planets, the people, the politicians, and this scientist, this psychohistorian, psychological psychologist. He discovers, he predicts, and he calculates that the empire will ruin, will crumble and ruin in some more years, and then he proposed that a foundation is created to save the future of mankind, of humanity, by accumulating the knowledge of the humans in a encyclopedia galactica. And this mega book of knowledge will be constructed will be construct will be constructed in a distant planets in the corners, in the margin of the galaxy, far away from decay of the empire. And then he goes there with some chosen people, scientists, and begins this production of this uh, encyclopedia. Well, the problem is that it seems, since the book was written in episodes that was written to fill a magazine, that it was created in the way that was created. It wasn't thought to be, I think, it's my impression as a reader, that it wasn't thought in a whole story. Maybe it was, I don't know, but it seems not. It seems that the writer Isaac Asimov, he thought a piece of a history, a piece of story, sorry, and from them he was able to create many other things. For instance, the piece that I read, heard, the piece that I heard tells the story of the the first crisis, and the second crisis, which the foundation finds a way to survive by using the science that it accumulates to overthrow, to defeat closer enemies, closer planets that are far away from the center of the empire, and they are at war, and there is very violence and plotting. But since the foundation has accumulated knowledge and technology, they kind of influence these nearby planets with a type of religion, magic religion, which they use their science, the knowledge, to impress, to make the people of these other planets to believe that they are some kind of a special people, holy people, and they use this to keep them in control, and in the way to accumulate the knowledge to, in 1,000 years before the complete ruin of the empire, they will be able, not they, in fact, but their offspring will be able to reconstruct the human knowledge, the human empire in the galaxy. But of course, the thing doesn't work beautifully. In the last episode that I heard, the foundation was beginning to was starting to be controlled by, so they call the so-called traders. As I understood, the traders were a class of people that were in the foundation, but to make trades of products with other planets, other people, other nations, whatever. And as I understood, it ends when they are expecting a third crisis. They call Seldon crisis, a crisis that were predicted by Harry Seldon, and they will be able to keep his work by doing nothing basically, just be prepared to this crisis, and all in all crises the empire gets close to the destruction, to annihilation, and the foundation gets stronger in a way that survives the barbarism, the decay of civilization, so they can reconstruct afterwards a new empire. Right? The main book was written in the end of the 1940s and beginning of the 1950s. I think it was first published in 1951. I think 51, 1951. And there is three books. The Foundation, Foundation Empire, and Second Foundation, which I just get to know, by researching that is that the original plan of Harry said was to build two foundations and opposite sides of the galaxy. And there is some mystery involved and some other characters that I don't know about because I just read, eh, heard this one. But I think this like the lets the reader always in suspension of something that could happen. I heard too that Asimov wrote two prequels and one sequel, two sequels of these books in the 1980s, and 30, 40 years after. So there is some kind of development that he did, and he puts the robots mythology into the story of the Foundation, which is interesting because he is known, well known, because of his books about robots. But what we can comment about this strange story? He said that he got inspired by the decay of the Roman Empire, empire that grew so big that the center could not control the margins, right? Control the faraway systems, faraway cities, whatever. Which I think George Lucas also took this idea to construct his mythology of Star Wars, because as I understand now, in Star Wars there is the same problem. You have a whole galaxy with a central government, first the Republic, then the Empire, then the New Republic, that cannot control, they cannot govern, cannot be everywhere. The systems are too far away to the government, to the central government to intervene. So I think this idea was used by George Lucas in his mythology in a very brilliant way. I can add, and I think for us as civilization, as a human civilization in our planet, I think the main lesson that we can take from that is we are developing technology as a civilization, as a people, as a whole, very fast, but we are also creating the same kind of decay or barbarism, violence that goes together with these advances. And then I think we can learn something from that. We can learn something that evolves the learning about the human nature, that the human condition, that says that we maybe are not so predictable as as the the science, as the expectations of the rulers of the world try to anticipate. So Harry Seldon, I think he symbolizes. For one side, the attempts of some humans, some people, to control everything in a way, but also he is the voice of a need for us as a species of of be more thoughtful about our future. So the problems that we have today with environmental problems, the sustainable problems, these problems, they are like a clue. They are clues for our possibility in the future of not have a future, of destruction, of annihilation, of decay of civilization as we know. So it would be very interesting to use this kind of science fiction to look to ourselves and maybe try to develop better a way to live. I think that's it, the main thing. That I also remember that the idea of the capital planet of the Star Wars universe, that's Coruscant. That's a planet that's it's a city in a whole. The whole planet is a city, and the capital of the empire of the Asimov mythology is also a planet that's is a city. A whole planet is a city. So, but the name is different. Of course, the name is Trentor. Trentor, I think that Trentor. But the idea is the same. It's very interesting that I think George Lucas got inspired by these two when he created the idea of the central capital planets of the of the Republic and the Empire, Coruscant being a planet that is a city, and the whole planet is one city, with trillions of people living together, working, and the bureaucracy that is subtly eh, presented by Isaac Asimov. The bureaucracy of the empire is also there, I think, in Star Wars. I think it's very nice. And as a reader of this science fiction afterwards, as a science fiction that's older than my favorite space fantasy, connects these inspirations. But I think there is a lesson there too about how you can construct mythologies and narratives about wonder worlds, about fantasy worlds. I think these ideas, even if they are not inspired by each other, they seem to have some kind of inspiration, some kind of a profound inspiration in our desires, in our subconscious, in our inconscious. I don't know, something like that. I don't know. I'm not from the psychology realm of knowledge, but I think there is something there because many of the fictions, science fictions and fantasies and mythologies, they tend to repeat these themes, these environments, this way of thinking to teach some lessons to ourselves. So that's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give us the like, the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications if you want to, and comments and share the video. And also, if you want, you can give ideas for new videos in English. That's it, and till next time, bye bye. Good.